Okay, this Canopy is a recent addition from the last trip I made. I've decked it out a little bit and so forth. I've chosen to put the CTEC unit underneath because I didn't have the canopy at the time. It's probably the best place for the CTEC unit was underneath anyway, closer to the battery, rather than on the canopy. But if you're going to put a DC charger in, or a battery charger in, your best place for it will be probably on the outside, because it's generally the water resistant. You're not going to do a river crossing with your charger up outside, but if you're worried about the weather and the dust, put a little cover over it, but allow adequate ventilation, because in the canopy it does get to 60 degrees and beyond. And those chargers don't probably take those temperatures quite well, you know, 50, 60, 70 degrees. Looks like the canopy on a 40-degree day. It gets at least 20 above ambient temperature in direct sunlight with the aluminium canopies. Fiberglass might be a little bit cooler because they're non-conductive, but aluminium conductors conduct electricity quite well, and they also conduct heat quite well. So aluminium canopies I would recommend, if you can, mount your expensive electronic equipment on the outside. Allow adequate ventilation for the electronic equipment, and you should be spot on. I think if you put it on the inside, you'll be killing it very, very slowly, particularly when it gets to 50, 60 degrees in the canopy and you're driving along, this equipment's switched on, and you're slowly killing the electronic equipment. Instead of getting 7 years out of it, which is what you'd get out of semiconductor devices, at least 7 years, you might only get 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So you're reducing the life. Chances are you're reducing the life of your electronics by putting them inside the canopy. I do have one here, which is the receiver for these little lights. It's a wireless receiver that has a little remote control, which is probably in my swag. But overall, they're not very expensive, and so if I need to replace it, I can replace it. It's not a huge expense, but I try and keep all my electronics outside the vehicle, even in storage. When I'm not using it, I unplug it so that it's not operational, because at the moment, even though it's plugged in, it's not turned on, it's still waiting for a signal. It's a receiver and it's waiting for a signal from the transmitter. So you've got the RX and the TX. The RX is waiting for a signal, so it's always in operation. So you might think it might be operating because the lights are on. The lights aren't on, but the receiver is waiting and it's on. So it is running. If the canopy was closed, it can get quite hot in here, and it'll have shorten the lifespan. So disconnect it, pull it out of the plug, and leave it disconnected when you're travelling. What I've basically done with the canopy is I set up a gas bottle on the outside. I don't like travelling with gas bottles on the inside if I can avoid it. I put them on the outside. Over on this side, I have a valve, a gas valve, a proper gas accredited valve, and the valve on the gas bottle. So when I travel, I isolate both. My barbecue plate and my cooking facilities are over here. And they just roll out, like so. And over here, I have hot plate. And over here, I have the barbecue plate. So they operate independently. On this side, I have my cooking utensils, you know, Barbie mate, spatulas, some knives and some bits of odds and ends in here. Put those over and they lock. They lock and they open. Lock and open. They're a locking mechanism. That's my barbecue. And I carry a few spices in the back. I've got a bit of room in the back for a few spices and herbs and spices and so forth. Underneath, if you come around here, Dinky, come around here. Pull this out. On this side, underneath the barbecue, you got so you're running. Yeah, on this side underneath the barbecue, I have a little bit of room for my few pots and pans and a couple of buckets and so forth, and I've got in here a bit of storage underneath. And then this just closes over. This closes over, and you can store it underneath. Hang out of the way. This one here is I keep my food on this side. So I pull this out, and I've got food on this side. So what I'm going to have for the day, I try and keep what I use quite often here, make coffee and so forth. Little slide out table, little prep area that I can use for preparing food. That's a slide underneath. And right at the back, underneath on this side, Another storage area where the girls have their noodles and cans and a bit of rice and so forth in here. And they seem to be quite happy with that. A lot of bulky area in here. I can take food out of here and put it in here and I'm going to use it. It's fantastic. Great idea. Bit of room at the back there for storage and things as well. Behind this on one side. There we go. Over here, just a few drawers with a few my cutlery and so forth in here. Of course, when this comes out as well. Grab the cutlery and a few plates and cups in there, and some fishing gear and pots and pans up the very, very top. So, great little area to for storage, for food, for cooking. I think it's worked out quite well. Have a few lights up here. A few lights up on the awning. These are the King's lights, as we can see. They're quite bright. They run off the AGM battery. So I've got a couple here that I use for cooking. I just connected a couple up here for cooking, which is a bit of a white light, which is great because it's right over the barbecue area. I've got a couple here that I can turn on at night time, which are yellow lights or red lights, whatever colour I like. They go through different colours. They actually give 3 LEDs, and through those 3 LEDs they can produce the colours of the rainbow, all the primary colours of the rainbow, which is red, green and blue.
Interesting.
But essentially there's plenty of lighting up here and so forth that runs off the AGM. And yeah. On this side I have my trusty old Finch fridge that I've had for about 30 years and it's still running, and I'm running this on gas. So you've got different energy sources that you can use for camping. You've got electricity, you've got gas. Some people might want to develop diesel. There's certainly a market for running fridges on diesel. If you connect them up to the car, you have to worry about solar panels, running your solar panels and your battery's flat. But the idea is that I can plug this into, oh, there's my glasses. It's not where they were. I can run this off 12 volts when I'm driving. Use cigarette lighter plugs in the back. When I'm stationary, run them off gas in here and quite warm down the back. And if you have a look in the fridge and freezer, it's quite frozen in there. In actual fact, the cans of Coke are probably frozen too. That's all ice. Nice and cold. Works very efficiently in winter. As you can see, I've got a temperature thermometer here. At the moment, it's 24, 25 in here, but it does get up to 60 on a hot day, or maybe even above. I haven't had the fridge running on there with just the canopy, so it might, 60 degrees might go up to 65, 70 on a hot day. So not a very good idea running electronics inside a closed canopy and closed area. Even batteries with, like we said, hydrogen, expelling hydrogen, which is explosive. Not good in a canopy unless it's very, very well ventilated. But on this side here, a bit of storage for some camp equipment. There's my extra solar panel. But I put my chairs in there and so forth in there. And on this side here, I have my dirty gear bag. And my dirty gear bag is just an old backpack. Hiking backpack, I took it up there. Dirty gear. Some cans in there, recyclable cans. And in here, I've got room for my swags and so forth. And this rolls out all the way out, and access to equipment in there, and I won't pull it all out, but big drawer system in the centre, which is great because down the back and the front it's very hard to get to things. So a drawer system here makes sense because it makes room for the access for down the centre of the back, which you can access quite quickly. The same, a rubbish bin. At the moment we've got some wasps, so it's good to have a close fitting lid. The bin's a bit full.
Yeah.
We've been here a few days now, so the bin's getting a bit full, but nice close fitting lid for the wasps is essential. So with a bin, like I said, recyclable cans in here. Because I have a friend that melts the aluminium down and makes ingots out of aluminium and uses the aluminium in his projects. That's pretty good, but essentially In a nutshell, that's basically it. I don't recommend fitting batteries inside the canopy, because if it's a sealed system, the hydrogen that the batteries can give off provides an explosive atmosphere, and not a really good thing to do. And in the electronics that you have, DC chargers, power inverters, whatever you have, they mount them on the outside with a cover over them and allow adequate ventilation, so it's not enclosed in any way. You find that they will probably last a lot longer too. If you have any constructive criticism, put them down below. We'd love to hear from you. If you like our video, press a like, thumbs up. If you want to subscribe. I'm happy for you to subscribe. And hopefully, it's been a long time coming between videos, but hopefully we can get out and do a little bit more shortly. Okay, we'll see you next time.